Now, once you're satisfied with your recording, it's really important that you go back through and you listen to it and make sure that it really does sound good. Of course, when you're doing the recording, because of how many editing options you have here, it's not a problem if you stumble through some words or if you find something sounds a little strange just to repeat it a second time or back up a sentence and say it again. I'm looking at my voiceover recording, and now I'm going to zoom into a section that I want to get rid of. And I'm going to show you how you can do this, as well as another way that you can edit in a second take of something if you weren't satisfied with how you did it the first time around. In the upper right corner of Logic, we see that there's this slider, and we can pull this and it'll let us zoom in, and it zooms in around the playhead. So I want to get rid of this section over here. I'm going to bring the playhead over, and I'm going to zoom in so I can see this. Now I'm going to press the T key on the keyboard, and it opens up all of the tools. And I will pick the scissors tool. I don't want this section over here, so I'm going to click once to cut it on the left side, click once to cut it on the right side, and now I'm going to get rid of this section in the middle and pull the other two sections together. Again, I'm going to press the T key and go back to the pointer tool. I'll select this section that I don't want and press delete. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that I can see more of what I'm doing. And I'll grab the end of the second section and pull it so that it goes in and touches the first section. Now, by default, you'll see in Logic, when you overlap two files, it has this X fade, which is saying crossfade, and that's a great function because what it's going to do is make a smooth transition every time you make one of these cuts. So of course, what you can do then is go back through and cut out some of the longer pauses you may have had, or if you were clearing your throat, or any of the stumbling, or any of that sort of stuff, to make your recording sound much, much smoother. It's really important that you listen back to these cuts because you want to make sure that it sounds as natural as possible.